Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where I'll be doing technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you're really serious about trading, you want to support the channel and get all types of daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, definitely check out the link down in the description for Patreon. With that being said, what is going on in the stock market? Well, Meta shares climbed 10% on revenue beat, raised forecast. Same thing pretty much goes for Microsoft, up 7 8%. You can see ARM shares dipped 8% on revenue miss. And we had FOMC, and there was no rate cut. Market was really choppy today. We saw everything in the market, with Dow going down, with Apple and UNH slightly up today, but still going down 0.38%. Nasdaq flat, S&P flat, and Russell going down 0.5%. 11 sectors. You can see utilities led the way on top, and then pretty much everything else in deep red, especially energy took a big hit, real estate, and basic materials. Stock market map, well, the same names. Nvidia, again up 2%. Broadcom also up. ME was up. AMD was up. So it was a semi show today. Once again, we got Google going up 0.5%, trying to close that gap at 204. Meta down, but now it's up over 10%. Massive beat. Stock is just going ballistic right now. Tesla down 0.67%. We got Amazon flat and Apple going down just before earnings, which is tomorrow. Apple and Amazon, they do report earnings tomorrow night, guys. So that's going to be another big one to watch. And Microsoft flat for the day, but right now it's up 7 8%. And now let's talk about these two names, starting with Microsoft. On Microsoft, it's up 0.13%. Now you can look at right on my screen with beat on earnings. I mean, this gap was not enough. This gap was not enough. This gap, this massive earnings gap from last earnings was not enough. Forget about this gap. And now we will be gapping up tomorrow morning, up 40 plus dollars. And I think the market cap will get there at $4 trillion. So the race for the 40, Nvidia is already there and going up even more. We passed 40 already on Nvidia, and now the next one to reach is Microsoft. And who knows, who else is going there very soon, guys. So this market is just going for the moon, but I have seen it many times before where you think market can only go up and we cannot get a pullback, and that is the mistake we all make. And we just think that, oh, we can just go and chase it, and soon as we started chasing things will go really bad for retail traders and investors. So don't have that FOMO. Try to stay out of it. We don't have to go and chase anything. We don't have to go and chase Microsoft at 550. Now, fortunately, and I think I can only say this, not too many people, especially I'm not talking about big investors or hedge funds. Just a small investor, that I do have Microsoft long term, and that position is up nearly tomorrow 200% with this massive gains right now added to it. But that is a long term position. That's not something I can sell and get out immediately. Who knows, maybe someday at 1000 it can happen, right? Absolutely can. But what do we do tomorrow on Microsoft? I think this thing is going to be really super, super overextended. You can see the Bollinger Band was getting tight. We talked about it in my video. When you see Bollinger Bands are getting really tight, one thing is going to happen: big pop or big drop. And we got the big pop with earnings. So tomorrow, I don't know where things are going to open. I think if there is some sort of a retracement down to like 530, maybe you can day trade, back up to the upside, to where it's going to open. But if this thing fades early morning, like I said, I mean, it's really hard to say where things will be tomorrow, guys. So I think, let's just monitor Microsoft tomorrow and see where things can actually find support and resistance right here, because right now it's trading into blue skies. Nobody knows where things will open tomorrow. Nobody knows where things will go tomorrow. There will be some profit taking. So that 15-minute to 1 hour chart is going to be very helpful tomorrow to find an exit or even an entry if you're planning to play Microsoft tomorrow. But I know, for far as I'm looking at it, I think it's better to just stay out of it and let the stock settle and see what it does, because it's going to be really overextended, up $40 right now, and you don't want to be chasing at that level at that point. So here's another one, and let's just have a look, guys. I mean, just about, right here, 2022, end of 2022, it was $88. I mean, the amount of gains the stock has is just unreal. Another one is Netflix. I mean, this thing, my average was $140, and this is probably one of my biggest mistake, to sell my long-term Meta shares and lock it in profit way early. And that's why you're seeing Microsoft, that I still have and I'm not selling, and I'm not going to sell, because some mistakes that happened before, where a lot of people, yes, profit, taking profit is always a good thing, but I mean, $140, and now it's trading near 800. I mean, you do the math, guys. That's why people think like, oh, I didn't get out, now it's red. Just hang on. Just hang on. Just because it's red does not mean that you made a big mistake buying shares that's going to come back. If it's a big company, people are crying for holding Apple shares. I mean, come on. I don't care if that thing goes down another $50. I think that is an opportunity coming to me and telling me that, hey, buy more. Because in the longer run, or at least I would say 5, 6, 7, 8 months, it's going to go up. It has to go up at some point. Apple will grow. It might be slow, but it's going to grow, and it's going to catch up to these names. And you'll see, 250, 300 again. That's going to happen on Apple stock, brand new all time high, I'm talking about. So if you're holding shares, and if you see another dip with earnings, if that happens, I don't know. I cannot predict earnings tomorrow. I think Apple is still a great buy and a hold right now. These names, you think you can buy Meta now? Absolutely not. Somebody crazy enough that's gonna go and buy Meta at this point. So opening at a brand new all-time high. I'm not gonna give you guys too much, here on Meta, because I don't know where things are gonna go. If this thing pulls back down to previous all-time highs, maybe 740 to 747 ish, maybe that's where you can take a trade, but that would be a day trade. You cannot swing this thing, especially when this thing is up $70. So I think tomorrow we can talk about it and we find some more levels. Right now, it's in the air, and we can do anything when it's in the air. It's into blue skies right now, just like Microsoft, and that's why I wanted to get this out of the way. And then let's just talk about Apple here, because that is the next opportunity. Because look at AMD here. I'm still holding my shares, and unfortunately, Apple did break down from this, consolidation pattern. So that is a bad thing here. But we do have earnings. Anything positive, whether it could be forecast or maybe some magic numbers from Tim Cook tomorrow night, he can possibly push. But look at where it's closing. So it's closing at the lower band pretty much, and that's where it's sitting. So tomorrow, again, just like these earnings, nobody knows where this thing is going to go tomorrow. I expect a lot of choppy on Apple stock to hold around maybe 207 to possibly even 205. And to the upside, if this thing pushes back up, watch out for the break over 211.64 and then 214. And then we can talk about more potential for upside at this point. But right now, it did not break out to the upside. You can see a lot of consolidation back and forth chop, and now it did find a way to the downside. So Apple, it's not happening at this moment, but I think earnings can do the trick if it's good, or if investors they like the earnings or at least the guidance. From there, it can possibly find the bottom and starts moving higher. And here's my X account. And if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X. Is totally free. And I just want to quickly share some fantastic trade ideas that we had recently that really worked out, like this one from today. SoFi 20 direct calls got 72% on that play. Some people got 67%. That stop loss was never hit on this play. And you can see I got out small gains, adds up for small traders. Remember, and then this was yesterday, was even better right here, on triple Q that we took right here. Triple Q, you can see the market update early morning, and same thing happened today. and I took these once again at 570. These were 0 DTs today, but yesterday was 2 DTs, and it was fantastic. When in the money, we took profit on that play, and even today it happened again right after FOMC. So all these trade ideas are absolutely available on Patreon. And if you guys want to go above and beyond and support the channel, definitely check out my link down in the description for Patreon, guys. On AMD, it's up 1.17%, and now it's up another 1%. So AMD is a good example. I'm still holding lots of shares of AMD. And I even said it before that at some point I'm going to consider taking profit, but when we get to these levels right here, maybe 180 plus, and now we're there, but still thinking I'm not gonna sell all of the shares at once. Maybe I get rid of 500 shares, and AMD is another one that is a perfect example that patience can pay. Now, unfortunately, I'm not that type of person. I did it a few times here and there, but I don't like to go back to find my video in my channel from 4 months ago and say, hey guys, this is where I said buy it, it's good. I'm buying AMD, great opportunity. Just like I said today about Apple, and I've been saying that, right? Look at what's happening now. If you're subscribed to my channel, you saw those videos. You heard me saying in my video that AMD, I think, great opportunity, and AMD more than double right now. And it has the potential to go up even more. But if you're chasing here, definitely a no zone to chase right now. AMD has to pull back at some point. Now there will be strong support at 172-ish, 5-day moving average, gap fill reversal at 167. That could act as a support. 162, 13 SMA, and the high from here, that's going to be another level to watch to the downside. And below that, 155, 154 to the upside. If this thing holds over that 174 range, which it did even today, it might go up to 187, 188. That's going to be the next stop to watch on AMD. On Tesla stock is down 0.67%. So it was up yesterday or day before. It's all over the place. But you can see it's wedging right here, ready for a breakout or possibly a breakdown, just like Apple stock. So watch out. Now, right now, there will be support at 316 because of this 20-day moving average. Below that, flat 300. To the upside, we need to get over 330 and possibly over this trend line, which is right here around 337 to 338, and then we can talk about more upside. But as of right now, we're just ping ponging in between this wedge, and once we get that breakout or the breakdown, we can talk about potentially more upside or downside here on Tesla. On Amazon stock, it's pretty much flat on the day, but look at this right now with all the other earnings. This thing is up 3%. So this could be an opportunity to close the gap tomorrow. 236. I'll try to play. If this thing stays up, it's going to be really risky. So this is kind of a play that I'm actually throwing out to pretty much everybody. Earnings come out tomorrow night. There will be high IV on this stock, especially on options. So if this thing opens at 236 or maybe even higher, there is an opportunity to play some cheap puts, maybe 230, but you have to close before 2 o'clock, and you got to use a stop loss of a 30%. If you're willing to do that on your own, definitely maybe a good spot to play a small amount of puts on Amazon tomorrow. So I'm planning to play some, nothing crazy because of earnings and the IV, and maybe throw in like 1 or 2 grand in it. I can come out with 2 grand out of it, or possibly lose 1,000. So it's a great setup here. If this thing stays up, it would be outside the Bollinger Band as well. But we cannot play earnings, guys. Again, don't take it in a wrong way. We're not playing earnings. I'm not playing earnings. Whatever, if it's a winning trade or losing trade, you have to get out before earnings. But it has to stay up over 236, and then we can think about it. If this thing drops tomorrow morning down to 234, 233, 235, I'm not even playing it, not even bothering looking at it because of earnings. But I think if it's up $6 plus, there is a potential for a drop, maybe $2-3, and that's all we need. And these are going to be weekly contracts, which is going to expire this Friday. But as of right now, 230 holding. Next big support 226, and then we can talk about 220 on Amazon. To the upside, already there at the gap fill right here. So we could see a reversal from here, or possibly a push towards this high, 240 to 242, and that would be even better if it gets there early morning tomorrow before opening, because the higher it goes with a massive gap up with earnings, better opportunity to short this thing and make a little bit of money. But again, like I said, don't get it wrong. I'm going to play small, and if it's going against me, I'm going to get out quickly. So manage your risk if you're playing this tomorrow. I'm planning to play this if it stays up. So Netflix finally up today 1.32%, and now it gave up all that gains. Now it's down to 177. So it looks like it's finding support where? Well, look at this, guys. I mean, picture perfect. But this can turn into a bear flag, which is turning into a bear flag pretty much already, unless we get over 1200. So this is going to be your key line in this end. 1177, below that 1163, the next big support at 1142, all the way down to 1100, and then 1065. On Google stock, it's up 0.5%. So this was fantastic, because last time on this pullback, I think it was right here, and that was last week on this big red candle. I took calls at 192, and these are 205 calls. And today I took profit at 198, partial profit, and then this thing dipped back, but my position is still green, and I'm expecting this thing to reach 204 at some point, and I'm willing to possibly even add more if this thing dips all the way down to, let's say, 190 or lower. So Google here is heading into the right direction. Earnings was really good, and this stock was lagging behind. It was just behind all the other mega caps. So now, I mean, look at the market cap. It's going up, right? So if this thing comes up here and holds over 204, it has the potential for a move up to brand new all-time high. So Google, if you got in, kudos to you. There was opportunities again after earnings, and that's why you don't go and chase. That's why I said that Microsoft, I'm not interested. Meta, I'm not interested. But give it some time, and opportunity will arrive, just like Google that we had, and I took that opportunity. So watch out. If this thing can hold over 195-ish, which is the 5-day moving average, and top of these candles, it can reach up to 200, and then 204 gap fill right here on top. On Nvidia stock, it's up 2.14%, and it's sitting around 180, guys. Target has been reached right here on Nvidia, and brand new all-time high, as a matter of fact, today, and pretty much closing right there at a brand new all-time high. So this trend line, I mean, it's just going straight up. I don't know how much longer this thing can go, but if we break and hold over 180, it has the potential for a move up to 185, 190, maybe even at 200 at some point. So $4 trillion market cap still holding up on Nvidia, and there is no signs of any significant pullback. This was the last one where I had some puts and I exited right here at 165, and since then, I mean, this thing on a tear up another 15 bucks from here, and that is why you can short things in the market, but you got to get out when the time is right, because if you're staying, just past your range where things are just not gonna go down from there, and you're just overstaying your welcome, you're not gonna get paid. And you can see why I got out here, and now it's at 180 almost. So 180 holds. It has the potential for more upside because it's trading into blue skies. Big support to watch right here. Definitely under 180. It's gonna be 174-ish, and then we can talk about possibly this trend line. And now we moved up, so it's gonna be around 171, 170. Then only then we can talk about more downside. Otherwise, it's going straight up, and it can possibly continue to go up even more. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated